This is back to 99, back with another NBA 2K25 rec gameplay video. In this match, this is probably like my only. I have a couple different characters or um, my players for this game, but this is the only one that I have on gold tier currently. And so I normally, like I said, I play by myself, so it was very difficult to stack up wins to get gold. Um, So this one, I was like, this game was like important to me in my mind, at least just because I was like one loss away from going back to silver or whatever. So I really had to lock in. And then you can see, like, when we came into the lobby, there was a person that didn't want to play with us. They left. And then we get stuck with an AI. It's going to happen right about now. But so at first, when I was looking at the height of everyone, I was like, damn, I'm going to have to run the point. My player's a shooting guard. I was like, wow, it's gonna make it even more difficult or whatever. But luckily for me, the guy with the Jimmy Butler hair, he was a PG. So I guess the guy that I'm going against is a purple plate. And I've said this before in different videos. I kind of want them to just have your player status be based off of how well you do in the game and not the win loss scenario. But whatever. So, I mean, no disrespect to the guy that I was guarding for this game, but the way maybe he was disengaged because of the way his team was playing, but he didn't play like a person that was like super elite by himself or whatever. It struck me like he got that purple because he plays with people that he knows sometimes or often. But he didn't show me a lot in this random rec mode, and he could have been distracted or whatever. So I'm not gonna cast any real aspersions on him, but I definitely thought he was going to give me more of a challenge directly. But so yeah, as you can see, they're trying to run a zone. This other team, the AI is going to help them do that. He passes me. I get the ball. Let's see what I do. I try to kick it to the AI. I didn't call for that ball. The AI threw that shit right back to me. And I said that in another video that sometimes the 2K will make the AI kick you back the ball to make it seem like you called for it, and it just puts you in a bad spot, and so you look stupid. And it's like in that moment, I wanted him to shoot it or pass it to one of my other teammates, not give it directly back to me when I don't have any, when he has a wide open shot, and I was just, at that point I was ball watching, like he's gonna shoot it right, and he didn't. So we're getting back. It's 5-5 right now. The score's 5-5. It's random wrecks are all filling each other out. The center, he ends up he has a pretty good game. I don't even think he really shoots from three, but he plays pretty skillful from what I remember. So my guy gets open. They give him that bucket. That was one of those things where that happens to me a lot. I don't know if it happens to other players, but it's like 2K gave him hella space off of his decks, and then it slowed me down to where I knew he was going to make the shot by um, the animation or what I felt in terms of that they weren't going to let me get next to him. So I was like, oh yeah, he's going to make that because it wouldn't let me contest him, and I'm like, I kind of hate that they implemented that because it's like, let me try to catch up to him. What I got a 95 speed. Maybe that should factor into how fast I can catch up to the guy. So play a little hot potato right there, kick it to the corner. Um, he does not make it. So right now it's the score is 10-9. We're trying to find some answers, trying to find some rhythm, trying to figure out if we can win with this AI. That right there is, I meant to do a dribble pull up. The game said layup. I was lucky that no one was there because I have like a 57 layup or something on this guy. So sometimes if there's anybody standing there, it'll make me smoke the layup. And then again, that's another animation that purposefully tries to, take control away from the player and then put me in a disadvantage because it's like if I had a 85 layup or something, that's fine. I'm still going to score, but 2K knows and my controller knows, and I know that I'm trying to do a dribble pull up. And so why am I doing a layup? So, all right. So that's like, I get that shot, top of the key, and we're up by 2 right now. And they get it right back in a 3. So the score is 14-14. I really do miss the AIs from last year. I had another video that I posted recently. I had an AI that went 4 for 4 from 3. So I was like, I kind of missed that AI. But in this one, the AI that we had, he wasn't doing much, but just standing there, putting us in bad positions. But so I don't mind free throws this year. Free throws are chill. I have like on all my players, I have like a 71 um free throw. And it's like sometimes if I do something that like if I'm doing like a dunk and my character can't dunk for whatever reason, or if I'm doing something that I don't have the attributes for, the game will sometimes make you miss the free throw. But as long as you're like if you like got fouled in a way that makes logical sense for your attributes, you'll be able to get this. You'll be able to make your free throws or whatever. I mean, sometimes you might miss one, but I do still wish. Sorry about that, Jan. I still do wish that that whistle was in the game. So let's see. I played a match the other day or so, and I went to contest the guy, and they gave him like and I didn't even really run over there. It was just like hands up, and they gave him a foul, and he had like lower shooting attributes than I did, and I was like, so how come when I shoot, people pretty much whack me, and I have Hall of Fame Deadeye, and that doesn't trigger a foul, and to me it should, or more fouls. So I kind of missed that one. I don't know if that was because I missed or it was the end of the quarter. The 2K didn't want me to have it. I'm not sure. So we start the second quarter with the game tied. This PG, at first I thought it said I love BBWs, which that would make him a man after my own heart, but he says he loves Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's see, Almighty Sosa. I've seen him before. I don't know about this year, but I've seen him before, like on the servers. But I guess since I don't know what his player card was. Got to be like gold or purple or something, but I haven't seen him because I'm rarely ever gold or purple because it's really hard to consistently win with randoms or whatever. Something's always going to happen. Even if you get a good pool of players, sometimes you'll get an AI. Sometimes you get an inside center. The inside center quits. PG can be on some stuff. One of the things that I don't like about, I mean, I don't want to make this like a sort of a negative thing, but I don't like if you go to the proving grounds and the 3v3 is like you can play squads in there. So you can go in there by yourself and you can put on a squad of 2 people and they come in there and they're trying to freeze you out or not give you the ball from the beginning of the game, and they're like playing buddy ball. They're throwing the ball to each other first, like ignoring the flow of the game. And even if you're open, they're not looking for you until the game is which we're losing essentially. And that always strikes me as odd because I'm like, bro, like if y'all want to play twos, just go to the twos, right? If you don't trust the random, if you guys think you know everything, go play twos. Why even come into this mode? And same thing with the 5v5 version of the proving grounds. It's like, hell, if it's 3 of y'all, go play threes. Why come into a mode that requires cooperation? And if you don't trust anyone else, or you guys are just so incredible at the game, you just want another person or another one to two people to just play defense for you, like, for lack of a better word, like an indentured servant. You want them to do that and just be happy. And hell, in that situation, if the team is really, really carrying, like really good, maybe you could suffer through that, but half the time you're just watching generic gameplay from generic players with basic level IQ. And this experience that they're trying to sell you to be carried by them is not sufficient or entertaining. And so that just kind of always throws me. And then it really keeps me out of the proving ground, because I want to play in the proving ground, but it's like between the fact that you got to face a squad, between the fact that you got to be on someone else's squad, it just makes it unattainable. I wish there was a random side of it, because I would play there primarily because because I shoot on high risk, and that's kind of my whole style is being a sharpshooter, quote unquote, in this video game. And but when I come in here, people can make whites, so it's like I'm not getting that pure version of the 2K drug that I want, where I know that I'm playing, my competition has the same handicap that I have. So but yeah, so getting back to the game, we're up a little bit. I kick it to the AI, he shoots, he misses that. And that's like, I don't, it doesn't upset me, but it it just makes me just like, come on, 2K, like, you got to know that these people run zone. You got to know that they're going to sag off the AI, and when they do that, they need to be punished, and so that person has to stay on the AI. I talked about maybe, how in the starting five, they if you foul out, they ask you, do you still want to play, whatever. They should have some of those mercy rules for the rec. Like, if my whole team quits out and it's just me and I got four AIs, the game should ask me, do I want to quit? Instead of making you stay in the match with four AIs, and they have all those ball hog animations that, like, the game will like, so like if we're on a team right now and I keep calling for the ball, the game will like make me fall over or do something, because it thinks that it's trying to tell me, hey, stop being a ball hog, or stop, trying to, take control of the entire game, play within, your parameters. But the bad part is that practice, or those um, mechanics of the game, they don't turn off when your whole team quits. And they should just let you call for the ball as much as you want. Hell, I would be down for team takeover, like the old school way. Like, if everybody on my team quit, let me take over. But I don't know how complicated that would be for them with all the animations and stuff, and then giving you access to their animations. So I'm player to have, pimp of the year, lover of the century. And it's like, I'm feeling pretty confident. I mean, I'm confident now with the recap or whatever, but I was feeling pretty confident in the moment, because I was like, bro, I'm going to get to keep my gold status, one more day. And I guess at the end of the day, status doesn't matter or whatever, because of the way the system is. You just, if you're on a team and they lose, you lose your rank or whatever. But it is nice to just to pass the eye test more often, because if you're on a brown plate, people look at you and like, oh man, I don't want to run with him. Or, I mean, I guess if a person wants to judge you like that, it's like, you can say like, that's fine. I guess I don't want to play with them anyway. But no, bro, like, I want to play with people that are actually going to help me win. And then the other people that are brown tier, there are people in my same position that just play with randoms, or they play casually. But sometimes they play like a Brown, and I'm like a Brown tier that doesn't play like that. I play like the upper level of the sport. So it's just weird sometimes, and it makes me have to fight harder. Really, I don't know what's gonna happen because if I play in, I mean, obviously, luck of the draw or how it works out is that every time you come into the random rec, you're opening up. I call it like you're fighting 9 people. You know, potentially you're fighting your entire team and then the other team. And however that breaks down, whether it's AIs or whatever the hell. So it's you combating all these forces to try to get a W. Um, and I guess it starts even before you get into the match because it starts in the builder. It's like, what did these people make? Um, why is it like a inside out shot creator or something and not a sharpshooter? Why do I have a playmaking defensive anchor and not a stretch five? You know, why isn't the power forward a stretch four? Why isn't the shooting guard a two-way sharpshooter? Why isn't the shooting guard a sharpshooter? You know, basically for me in my fantasies, I never get to have this. Like I never get to have like a full team. I've I'll tell you some of my stories that what I tried to do to get a team, and maybe I'll tell you that in another video. But I I went as far as to buy someone a PlayStation 5, but they still don't play. So that was a crazy investment. But I told them that whenever there's a PS6, they're gonna have to buy that for me, or we'll have some problems. Um, but yeah, so we're here. We're in the third quarter. They kicked me the ball. 2K lets me have it. I feel like over the last 2 days, I feel like they took out a little bit of the RNG on shooting. I seen. I think it's easier to go, 8 to 10 right now, without the game making you miss or whatever. I was playing in the theater, I guess, on that Wednesday, and yeah, dudes are shooting pretty consistently. It was kind of like a lesser version of what it used to be, and I tell people if they listen, I guess I kind of like the RNG a little bit, like in certain instances, because it's like before, if someone was doing a screen for the pick and roll, and then their teammate had like brick wall on Hall of Fame or whatever. Let's see if they give me this one. They say no, but he cleans up the mess. That's good. He was just gonna make every shot. I mean, he might miss one, but you know, but I liked that about this 2K25 because nothing was guaranteed. You know, so they could have a crazy move, and you're gonna get the help of the algorithm to force them to have to switch it up a little bit. You know, potentially. And so no move was unguardable. You had to play within the flow of the game. You're gonna shoot, you're gonna miss. Somebody has to get the board. Maybe not. Okay, out of bounds. So it kind of I don't know. It hindered the game, but it also made it more realistic because you can't just run the same play in any sport. Like you can't just do like a sweep or something, in a football game 20 times. But in the context of this game before, you could just do a pick and roll. And if the dude's pick and roll was crazy, or the snatch back, or it was like a Jamal Murray situation where it guarantees a stun as a defender, like, unless you're pretty much a lockdown with high enough challenger, you weren't going to be able to stop that. So, but now the shooting, I don't know. I mean, they did something to it. And so now it feels a little more like, yeah, because I had a dude go, I don't know. It was like, I don't know if it was like 4 or 4 or something, but I was like, he got to miss one. The game said no. I was like, God damn, okay. Yeah. So we get to steal. Um, and then he threw a little alley oop to the AI. So this is the part of the match where you can just like, you know, start taking your feet off the gas a little bit because it's the blowout is assured and we get to play. I mean, this is the special times in the game. It becomes less interesting visually and then less interesting than whatever I'm doing on my sort of semi visual essay podcast corner of the internet. But it's cool within the flow of the game because you really get to play in the flow of the game. You get to get a little more the you can try more things. You get a little more risque, as they say, and um, you can hedge more. You can contest other people's shots. It's just like I don't know. It just turns into the all-star game. Just you can do no wrong. My guy got a bucket. I don't care. I'm on the break. Let's up. Let's see what's up. Put my hands up. The center goes. I think at a certain point, me and the center are really competing for player of the game, pimp of the century, lover of the millennia. So he doesn't really hit me when I'm open, but I'm not going to judge him for that. He had tunnel vision. He had to fight for his right. I had to call for the ball. I get it. They let me make it. Normally, if you call for the ball, the game will. I think it turns your attributes down. Like that's what I be thinking they be doing. Sometimes too. Like I guess my ball handle is only like a 72 or a 73, and I have a 77 speed. So, but I designed my character to be very fast, and I got defense and a high three and a high midi. So sometimes I wonder like because sometimes I want to make a build with the 90 like ball handle and a 99.3 or whatever just because you're supposed to get better catch animations the higher your ball handle is, but you know there's still people with 95s or 95 ball handle that the game will make them trip up, when they catch the ball or whatever. So for me, I'm just like, it's not worth it. But in the back of my mind, I do wish um I could be as fast as I am and have, a better hands HANDS stat within the game. But the hands stat is connected to your your ball handle or your passing or whatever. So if you have like, for instance, my character is like a 72.3 or 73 ball handle. If I make my passing 80, then I have access to the 80 range animations for hands because they count the passing as a hands rating. And to me, I think the hands rating, I've written this to Mr. Mike Wang before. He doesn't write me back yet, but that's all right. That's kind of our thing now. It's like a running joke, but I think your hands should be based on, yes, your ball handle. I don't know about passing, but I think it should also include your 3 point. Uh, it's like, how can I have a 99.3 and a badge called like, I don't know, catch and shoot or set shot specialist? How can I have that badge? And if you go to my player menu, my hands rate is only 79. So in my mind, my placebo chamber, I like to believe that maybe the catch and shoot thing gives me access to the better animations, but I don't know. But if I did have the 90 whatever, um, ball handle just to get the access to the animations, I would be slow or whatever, or my build would have bad stats in other places. So I just when I went and I just have to catch it however they let me catch it when I can catch it. And so maybe that's why sometimes when I'm running, the game slows me down or something. I don't know if that's between the passing of the other person or if it's my hands rating. I don't know, but there'd be times where like I'm on a fast break and the game would just um retard my player progression. Like it fights me on if I can move forward or it does stuff to me. So like I said, I don't know if it's because the other person's passing is so low or if the game didn't want me running that fast or they just like they don't want us to get an easy bucket or is it my catching animations? I don't know. So pass the ball up. I don't know what he's doing. He played for the most part for a PG. He played pretty good. I didn't have too many complaints about what he was doing. I wish he was more of a three hunter. He really liked it. He really seemed to like his layup. So we're in here. We're nearing the end of this saga. Um, primarily, I'm gonna get a little schedule of uploading or whatever, and I guess this will just be like my little place to put some things maybe once or twice a week, and eventually, when I'm an old man, I'll be able to, come back here and listen to some of my, you know, audio books, talking about this crazy game that drives me crazy. Um, eventually, like, I don't know, it might stream or stuff like that. But for right now, it's just this sweet, sweet little, um, I guess, the idea is like, yes, it could be edited better. The quality could be better. Thumbnails could help the channel, but I don't know. I don't want to. I don't really care about the monetization side of it. More just like just a niche corner for adults, I guess, or people who can appreciate these insights that I'm getting. That might be one person, and it's me right now, but that's fine. I'm not gonna, uh, overdo it. If you want these gems, you gotta hang out. If you don't love the sound of my voice, you can leave. Um, leave. Well, I'm just riffing at this point. So, we won the game. The center got player of the game, pimp of the century. Um, but I think I deserved it. So here's a little bit of the scorecard, and I will talk to you guys later.